Alright, what's up guys? I have recently gotten a new pair of Converse CTAS Pros. Just wanted to make this video to kind of go through all the things that I like about them and all the things that I do not like about them. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you would have seen that I've been skating these shoes like religiously for like the past 5 years. I'll either skate these or I'll skate Vans, but it's more than likely 80% of the time you'll see me skating these Converse right here. So the CTAS Pro is like short for Chuck Taylor All-Star. These are obviously a lot different than the regular Chuck Taylors that you buy from Ross or Marshalls or whatever. And they are built a bit more sturdier. I believe they have like a, I don't know if it's real leather or pleather, but it's like pleather and suede or leather and suede, I'm not too sure. And they're just more beefier and they don't feel like they're made of paper, because like the regular Chuck Taylors feel like they're made of like paper or something. I skate these religiously. I often buy them 2 pairs at a time because I know I'm gonna get a brand new pair and I'll probably skate 2-3 times a week for a month and then they're dusted. Like that's one of the main things that I don't like about this shoe, is that you're able to just skate these for like a little amount of time and then they're pretty much done. I literally have like 2 or 3 different pairs of like the ones that have been skated the most, the medium, and then the brand new ones. So I'm just gonna try to break it down for you. These ones that I've skated the most, what I don't like about them is that they tend to go flat. Like the insole kind of bottoms out pretty quickly. Like I said, if I skate 3 times a week for like a month, this is what the outcome is. The shoe is pretty much done. As you can see, this is where I kickflip at, so that kind of wears down. The suede does change color. That's not really a big deal, but they just kind of get beat up. And you know, you can do little things like super glue your laces down. That's what I've done here. So that kind of protects the lace from being ripped by ollieing or kickflipping or whatever. The soles go super flat. The sides kind of wear down pretty quickly. And then, you know, they end up becoming a kind of a loose feeling shoe. Like already out of the box, you can tighten them up a little bit and then you're good to go. But after time, they start to kind of blow out a little bit. And I have a narrow foot. Like I feel like people that have narrower feet, these are the shoes to skate. Not if you're like size 11 and above. I'm like size, in these Converse, I'm size 9. I've actually squeezed into a pair of 8.5. It kind of sucked for the first few days and it broke in, but those shoes that were like half a size too small for me, they lasted half the time of a size that was like the correct size for me, if that makes sense. So I run the 9, and I feel like if you have a foot size that's like 11 in cons, they start looking like Sideshow Bob shoes. Like they start to kind of like look really long and kind of bow out. But like I said, you have to start tightening them up once they kind of start to blow out. And then once that's past that point, I'm like, I'm good. Because I like shoes that are like, you can rock them not tightened all the way, if that makes sense. The other thing that I kind of dislike about these shoes are what I just explained. Like once you start tightening them up, they kind of lose their shape and start to go all kind of bowed like this. I don't know if it's just something I can tell, but like, it just kind of annoys me if I look down and I'm trying to like, you know, prop my feet up for like a flip trick and I look down and my shoes look hella bummy. Like it bums me out. It makes me less confident skating wise. I don't know if anyone else is the same, but that's how I get with these shoes. I'm about to retire this pair. Like I've skated them for a month. They probably don't look too bad on camera, honestly, but they're starting to feel really flat on the inside. And I don't actually fit these completely correctly. Like I said, I can squeeze into an 8.5. These are a 9, so they obviously fit me a lot better. But there's still maybe, let's talk in standard sense here, there's still probably half an inch of wiggle room. Like I can feel my foot shifting back and forward. And if I'm like ready to do a trick and rolling in, I can feel my feet, I feel my toes like pushing towards the toe box here. So this is definitely not a shoe for like a wide-footed person, but just the toe box is kind of pointy. So I don't know if you guys have skated these shoes and you hate them, or you skated them and you love them. Those are the main 2 things that I dislike, is that the insole kind of flattens out really quickly, and then just the toe here kind of goes very quickly too. And just like these are, I'm pretty sure these go for like 80 bucks. I think the high tops are 85. These are like 80. I found a place on eBay that sells them for 50. That's why I was able to buy like 2 at a time. I can't remember the name of the store. I'm sure you could search it up on eBay. For 85 bucks, you get this. Within a month, you need a new pair of skate shoes. So if they did a subscription, like if you could pay 100 bucks a month, I would probably pay it just for them to deliver 2 pairs of shoes every month. They should probably think about doing something like that, since everything is heading in a subscription-based kind of thing. Stoked to have a new pair to rock. And basically all I do with these shoes out of the box is I'll run the black laces and then I'll microwave them for 30 seconds, put them on my feet, walk around the house, and then wear them casually before I skate them to kind of semi-break them in. But honestly, like for the like type of skating that I do, I feel like these are the most like aesthetically correct and pleasing skate shoes to skate for me personally. A lot of people love them, a lot of people hate them. I can say there's things I love and hate about this shoe, but I'm still going to buy them at the end of the day. Like I'm still going to buy them and skate them. I don't care that they wear through pretty quickly or like they blow out at the bottom. One thing that's great is that even in like really old pairs of Cons that I've worn, the sole never really goes. So it has a really sturdy sole. Like I said, this is like the most thrashed pair of Cons that I own. And the sole is still really intact. Like it's not faded or anything, like it's still pretty intact. So that's one good thing, is the soles are sweet on these. I do remember though, like back in the day when Converse started doing the skate Chuck Taylor and they were a canvas. Comment down below if you guys remember when these were like canvas as opposed to like the leather or the suede or whatever these are. But I feel like those kind of lasted a little bit longer. And it's obviously, this is like their final, you know, it keeps kind of redeveloping the shoe each time. There's like a different versions, there's like better versions of the previous and da-da-da-da-da. But I've noticed a trend of people actually skating the Chuck 70s. And if you aren't familiar with what the Chuck 70 is, it's basically like a vintage style Chuck Taylor. So this would have been more of like the Chuck Taylor from like the 1970s, as that's why it's called the 70, I suppose. But I've seen people skate the lows and they just put in like a Cons insole and they're sweet. And these are canvas, but it's like kind of that tougher, kind of almost duck canvas per se. So I feel like these might last a little longer because they're just way more sturdier. But obviously the soles of these shoes aren't meant for skating, so they could go a bit quicker. But I'm definitely going to try to get my hands on a pair of like low cut Chuck 70s, throw a Cons sole in there and then skate them and see how they hold up, because I feel like these will last a bit longer on the outer edge. If you guys remember, Converse did a skate shoe called the Jack Purcell Pro. And I think Jack Purcell was like a racquetball legend, an American racquetball or something like that. They made these Jack Purcell Pros, and to this day, they are the best fitting, looking skate shoe in my opinion. They fit me correctly. Like I think I was a size 9.5 on those ones, and they fit honestly like a glove, and they looked so good and they skated so well, and they did hold up longer than these CTASs have been holding up. But Converse stopped making them. I think they made them for maybe a couple of years. So after the point of them not making them, you'd be able to find them on like on eBay and Depop and all these weird places. But they're actually like really rare to find now. And I cared so much about these skate shoes, I rang Converse and went through the corporate kind of structure to talk to like a real human on the phone. And I asked why they stopped making Jack Purcell Pros, and they were like, oh, we only did it for a limited time. We may be doing it again in the near future. I think they just told me that to like get me off the hook, because I was just like, when are you going to do them again? Like, blah, blah, blah. This was like 4 years ago. They still haven't made a Jack Purcell Pro, but I'm really bummed on that. Converse is owned by Nike, and Nike is corporate, so they're not going to care about what one skateboarder somewhere is like, hey, like, can we get the Jack Purcell Pros? They don't care. They're making most of their money on like basketball people, like the Jordans and stuff, or like just regular people and families that wear Nike because it's Nike, and they want a pair of, they go to the Nike outlets as a family and drop $200, and then, you know, mom, dad, daughter and brother, sister, whatever, they all pick up Nikes to like wear around casually. Like they're not skating them. So I feel like most of their market is like the sports and then like family. So they're not going to care about skateboarding. With that being said, like it's sick that they have a team, because the team is sick. I like the aesthetic of the Cons and everything they do. In that sense, these are my top pick for skate shoes. I probably wouldn't skate another shoe. I'm open to skating other shoes though if I dig the look and the price is right. So yeah, let me know what you guys are skating. Let me know your guys' experience with skating these two, because it's always like the skaters that are kind of similar aesthetically to myself. We're all kind of the same. They're always skating Converse, and it's the same deal. Like they look sick, great board feel, but they just go super quickly. But you know. So if you guys have enjoyed this video and you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram at Enochism. That's about it, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up, but I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers for watching.